Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 90th Minute. We are your hosts. We got Lucas, Waz, Maddie, Greg, and myself, Liam, tonight. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you are subscribed here on YouTube. Remember to hit like on this video and comment down below. We want to hear from you guys as we get into our discussion tonight. Give us your questions. Give us your thoughts on the podcast. We will be answering down in the comments. If you're listening to us on audio apps, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your support on there. They've been doing fantastic over the past few weeks. Make sure to leave a good review and follow on Spotify. Share it with your friends. Help us get our name out there. Help people understand that we are also on audio apps. It's been a big week of football, of course, in the Premier League and across Europe in general. We had a big game on Sunday here between Lucas's Liverpool and Waz's Manchester United. We did do a live stream on that one, so if you did check out our live stream, thank you very much. If not, well, let's discuss the match. You guys should take it away because it is your clubs.
Well,
this was probably the lowest scoring game between two clubs that don't have any center backs. It was pretty impressive, to be honest.
Interesting take.
I would have to disagree. I thought both teams had pretty good center backs. I thought Harry Maguire had a solid game. Same with Lindelof. Lindelof actually played surprisingly well. Luke Shaw, though, was probably the best defender we had on the pitch. Two
of the four center backs are midfielders, and the other two are just incompetent. So
I mean, they weren't incompetent today.
Yeah, they were more than okay. Their defense has been
solid.
Fine, actually.
I feel like Luke Shaw was a better center back than both of the center backs today.
I mean, Harry Maguire's being kind of
Harry Maguire was pretty solid against Liverpool.
He's been good, yeah.
I just don't. I think you have this idea that you can't accept that Harry Maguire is a good center back.
He's really not.
I think he is.
He's not terrible.
To keep a clean sheet against Liverpool is pretty impressive, I'd say.
You know what level center back I feel that Harry Maguire is? Ben Mee. Eric Garcia currently. John Stones a year ago. That's about the level of center back Harry Maguire is.
He's not.
He was when he was at Leicester, he was more than good.
Yeah,
I generally don't know what you have against Harry Maguire.
And now
his name is Harry Maguire. Is that why? Because it's his name, the price tag. He's actually been playing well this season.
Just because I don't find him that great.
Well, a lot of players people do. I think
he's not the best center back in the Premier League.
No, but he's been playing well this year.
But he's more than consistent. Yeah. He's solid at the back. He's good in the air. Yes, his on the ball is not the best in the Premier League, but
he's good in the air. Good in the air. I'll give him that. But aside from that, his play out of the back.
Manchester United are not the best team in the Premier League. They're not the best team in Europe, but they're being one of the most consistent in England, and that's why they're in the title race right now. That Harry Maguire, I think, embodies consistency. Was it not last season that he played every match of the year?
He did.
Exactly. So that takes some doing. I got to be honest.
Lucas, I guess you can have your.
Let's talk about the actual game.
Well, a lot of people were saying the game was boring. For the most part, I thought it was actually an entertaining game for a 0-0. I don't know, maybe just because I enjoy football somewhat differently compared to other people. Greg, even said...
It's just the fact that, everyone around these times now, they just want goals. So whenever it's a 0-0, it's always a boring game. That's how I find it. And honestly, this game wasn't the best, but I didn't find it completely terrible.
The worst game.
I thought both teams had pretty good chances to score. I thought Liverpool were the better side the first half, without a doubt. They dominated possession pretty well.
Liverpool were definitely the better team, I think, over the 90 minutes. I didn't get to watch the full match. I only watched highlights of it. I thought they were, Lucas. I thought your possession and your press. Your possession and your press were better. But United grew into the match as you guys dropped back. I think that's how I would describe it.
I think, I get questioned about me being very defensive about Liverpool, but I'm going to say Liverpool were a little lucky to get away with a draw there because United did create the best chance of the game where they really should have scored. Liverpool, while they did press very well in the first half, it did die down. While they did get a lot of possession into Manchester United's final third, what did they show with it? There was a good shot from Thiago from outside the box. There's a shot from Firmino in the box, but a lot of the shots were just not good enough.
Decisions.
Poor decision making, Matt's saying there. Firmino really should have passed to Robertson at that one point. I think Liverpool are really struggling recently with their goal scoring. 0-0 draw with Newcastle, 1-0 loss to Southampton. 4 goals against Aston Villa under 18s.
I said
Liam.
this a month ago, and you yelled at me, "You're overreacting. This is the best attacking team.
Well,
they're
Liam,
the same
like,
team."
when-
I said this a month ago.
They
you
are
guys
the
were
best
struggling to
attacking
score.
team. They're just struggling right now.
Well, with new
Everyone goes
information, you get
What
new
are you saying?
evaluations.
Not what are you going in
I don't think they're
for?
the best attacking team. If
Not
they
right
were,
now,
they'd
not.
be
I think
scoring.
Not right now.
I don't think United is either.
Yeah, not at the moment, but they are.
There's a
I
club
mean,
called
Liverpool have the
Manchester
most goals
City
in the
who's doing
league,
all
to be
right.
fair.
They're the
That's
best
nice. You
attacking
scored
team
half
in
of them
the
at the
Prem.
beginning of the year.
No, we didn't.
They're the best. They're the
Yes, you
best
did.
attacking team in the Prem, and I feel like that should be undisputed at this point.
They're not performing like it. Because
Yeah, they're not performing like it right
Not only
now,
are you
but-
not scoring the goals, but you're not even creating the chances. Like, how many shots did you have in that game? 2, maybe 3?
Well, they had 17 shots.
I
and
do.
three
I
of
do
them.
feel like Liverpool could definitely tested De Gea a bit better, and I mean, if this is the best attack in the league, clearly they didn't test cause Maguire, who's apparently the worst defender in the league, any issues. So,
Did I say he was the worst defender in the league, or did I say he's not very good?
I mean, I think he's. I still say I think he's good. But.
Okay, let's forget about
Yeah.
Maguire. We already talked enough about Maguire. I think at the end of the day, Liverpool had some good ideas, but not a lot of them really got worked.
Yeah, and this was
yeah.
supposedly this was the first time Liverpool have not scored a goal at Anfield since like 2018. So,
I mean,
I was
yeah,
impressed
that's a-
actually by Fabinho. I thought Fabinho had a
he
good game
did.
as
I
center
thought he was
back.
great.
He had that one time where Rashford was running through the box, and he kept up with him pace wise and pushed him out wide. So I thought that was a good play by him. I think you are missing Henderson in the midfield in terms of a little bit of creativity and push, because I thought
No,
you get
no,
the
no.
ball. Yeah, I think you
I don't
are.
agree with that.
Who the fuck uses Henderson for creativity and push?
He
I'm
pushes
about to
the team
disagree with
forward.
you.
He drives
I
it
thought
forward.
Thiago was actually fantastic for Liverpool.
Thiago was
Yeah, I thought
brilliant
that
today,
was-
100%. But obviously they're not getting the push that they require from the midfield to create these chances.
I don't think if Henderson
that's-
was in the midfield in this game, I don't think there would be any difference. It might be even worse.
I don't think so at all.
They had plenty of push in Thiago,
Yeah.
more than enough.
I think Liverpool would rather
A fair share.
I think Liverpool would ideally want to play Fabinho in the midfield now, especially with Thiago there. But unfortunately, that's something they cannot do because, obviously, we saw
Because you're
Henderson
being
and
too
Fabinho
cheap
playing
and
center back.
you don't want to sign a center back.
Well, I read somewhere from Fabrizio Romano. Apparently, there's a lot of players that don't want to join Liverpool because they don't want to just play 6, 7, 8 games, and then when players come back from injury, they stay on the bench.
Well, go on loan, get some loanies in. I don't know why
Well,
you can't.
who can you loan that's going to
You know how
be
hard
good
it is
enough?
for.
He also
someone.
because they're trying to find someone that actually can win them the title, help them win the title, like
How
and
hard it is to loan a good center
getting
back.
loans for that kind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not going to loan Steven Colker again, although I think he retired.
Why not? Go
The
get
only
who
team,
you
the only
need.
team that should be looking for loans is Celtic, because they need all the help they can fucking get.
I mean, okay. I mean, okay.
Liam, I'll be honest. I think we should stop bringing Celtic into this conversation sometimes.
I did.
I know. I'm just that's why I'm like,
I brought him
that's
into
what
the
I'm
fucking
That's what I'm
conversation.
saying. Like, I think just for Liam's sake, let's just let Celtic be for now. They're going through a painful time.
Just sitting here, man. I'm just hanging out.
But what else can we comment?
But
on?
I think this game benefits more Manchester United, this result. 0-0.
Benefits
like that,
Leicester
yeah.
City. Leicester
this
City
game
and
benefits
Manchester City more than
Manchester
Man
anyone.
City.
This game benefits Manchester
Currently,
City.
the most informed team in the Premier League is Manchester
yeah.
City. They are absolutely flying right now since they've come back.
definitely
Their
discuss
injuries
them
come
right
back.
after this match.
Well, we might
yeah,
as well just
I
start
mean-
it now.
I was gonna just comment on
ultimately, it was a
United a
nil-
little
it
bit
was a
more
nil-nil.
because I thought United. I think Liverpool was a fantastic test for us. I thought we actually created some good chances. I thought Alisson was probably arguably your best player of that game. So it's a shame we couldn't get a goal. A lot of people are starting to say that Bruno doesn't play well in big matches like this. I thought he played okay.
Lines.
I mean,
He was kind of
people are not
Not
wrong, but at the same time, I mean, he helped
doesn't make him a
create some
shitty
chances.
player, but
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we were talking about this in our stream. We were probably 25 minutes into that match, and we were like, "Has Bruno touched
No,
the
they were
ball?"
covering him well, to
Yeah.
be honest. They know he's a threat, so.
I mean, he got
no,
into
I
the
don't
game
know.
a bit better, but
I-
it definitely wasn't
Yeah,
his
another
best game.
thing I just want to touch up again on is Martial, who's been kind of disappointing. Of
fucking
course.
useless. Oh my
I want to
god.
say, I just think he has a lot of qualities, except that he has no end product. Like, he'll beat like 3 players and then pass it and it just goes nowhere. Like,
ambition.
I don't think there was
drive.
I don't think there was
or
a single
consistency.
player in this game who stood out. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, he what a fantastic match. They said Luke Shaw was all right, Alisson was all right, Rashford was all right, Pogba I thought was
Shaqiri was very
okay,
good today.
Shaqiri was okay. Honestly, he was okay. I thought Salah was all right, but there was nobody who was like, wow, what a performance, what a game. He was by far standout.
Funny enough,
Maybe Alisson, maybe.
I thought like Thiago
Alisson
was
was
one of the
nuts.
better players.
Cavani honestly
Thiago was
wasn't bad
really
when he
good.
came on. I think Ollie he said after the press conference, he's like, oh yeah, Martial did well because he came off the pitch with a cramp, which shows a sign that he was working hard all game, and that's what we like to see. I'm like, well, that's fair, but I'd like to see a bit more from him forward.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good
but yeah,
analysis,
I mean,
but-
to move on, if we do move on, we should go to Manchester City. They did win 4-0 today
Insane
against
game.
Crystal Palace. I mean, it is Palace. It's not the best of opposition. However, City have been fantastic as of recently. They're definitely coming back to the offensive team that we know Manchester City as. They had
And they can defend now.
Gabriel Jesus back into the lineup, but it didn't matter because
they have
bloody
John
Stones.
Dude, that guy used to be shit. He probably will be
He
shit
still
in a
is.
couple of
He
years again,
still
but
is.
oh my god.
He's
The
just
roof-
right now. He's beside a great center back, making him look good. Like
Probably, but he's looking real good right now.
I know
that
Alan
partnership
Shearer,
is very
right
strong.
now it's great. I know Alan Shearer says John Stones is the best English center back in the world. I was like, Alan, relax, man. I respect you, but
I
that's a
mean,
shout.
probably is.
I mean,
honestly, with the way
what
he's playing.
what competition does he have, Joe?
I don't
Nervous.
know. I don't
Like
know.
really, that's
Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, that Euro spot for England.
a
is
low
up
that's a
there.
low bar. That's a low bar.
I don't
English
even,
center
I
back.
don't even think Joe Gomez is that good.
apart. Shut up. Don't. I don't want to start this fight. I don't want to. No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even know
Lucas
if
is
Lucas
upset.
heard, I don't know if even Lucas heard that.
I heard that. I just choose to ignore it.
I think Joe
Okay.
Gomez is the best English center back right now.
Well,
I-
not
I
right now
probably-
because he only has one leg.
Well, when he's not dead. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
anyway, so yeah, John Stones scored 2 goals this match.
Gundogan also scored, and also Raheem Sterling scored his first set piece for Manchester City. So good job,
they were-
Raheem the
I
Dream.
thought all
Yeah.
4 of their goals were
I think it was
brilliant.
I-
honestly,
fantastic technique on everything.
Raheem
Yeah,
Sterling, he can.
the
he can't
first
score
goal is just a
penalty,
great
Yeah.
pass.
Lucas.
but he can score that.
It's funny. I think it was De Bruyne's 100th assist on what was it, Gabriel Jesus?
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
No, that would have been on
Stones.
John
Oh,
Stones.
yeah. Oh, right. But that cross is so nice. Like it was sublime, as they say in England. It's sublime. I don't know.
So yeah, that result, the 4-0 victory, does push Man City into second.
Yeah.
So United, after the draw, they had 37 points on 18 matches played, and City move into second place, 35 points on 17 matches played. Of course, they are second on goal difference, tied on points with Leicester City, who are on 35 points with plus 12 goal difference, 18 matches played.
I know there was other games on Sunday. Before we get into that one, I think we should mention Leicester since we are talking about the top of the table right now. And Leicester did get a 2-0
do it.
victory over Southampton, and I thought it was another
good
great
win.
performance by them.
yeah.
I liked them. I actually was really looking forward to this match. I thought it'd be two pretty evenly matched teams. I thought Leicester had a little bit more quality in the final third. I thought, Jamie Vardy, of course, he didn't get the goal, but
Almost
he
did.
he almost did, but he was very influential in terms of pulling the center backs around, creating space. I mean, Madison's goal, what a finish that was by James Madison, top of the net into the top corner.
That reminded me of like Sergio Aguero type of strike there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had his fantastic goal celebration from a social distance handshake.
Yeah,
I really
that was
enjoyed
great.
that one. And then 95th minute, Barnes seals it with a counterattack. He's on a 2-on-1, and he just bends it around the keeper, makes it 2-0. Fantastic goal score, I thought. Tielemans got both assists on the night, so he's popping up with some good points there for them.
Yeah.
I like
Leicester's
Leicester.
Leicester's just looking good. They're solid
Yep.
throughout
Yep.
the entire pitch. Like Fofana's been fantastic. They have Ndidi finally back.
that
Yes.
Leicester can get
Yeah.
top 4 this season.
They should,
I'm
definitely.
surprised
I think
they-
that's the goal
I'd
for
be
them now.
surprised if they didn't.
Yeah.
Unless they have a catastrophic
It's-
fucking
no, more
meltdown like
qu-
last season.
Jamie
I mean-
Vardy did go off injured in this match. He looked like a hamstring injury, but it didn't look too serious. I mean, Jamie Vardy, we know what he's like. He doesn't get injured. He just gets, He goes home for a weekend, gets drunk, and comes back.
He gets injured. He just pours alcohol and caffeine on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good time.
Miraculously grows back. The guy could lose a limb, I swear.
Yeah. There was a point where I was thinking Leicester kept on getting on like good opportunities, but they'd missed a chance. I'm thinking Southampton's gonna score here. They're gonna tie it up because Leicester's wasting so many chances. But eventually Leicester score, and like Greg said, Fofana was really good. This kid's like 19, came from France.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Is just fitting perfectly into the Premier League. Like, we're not even.
Leicester have a history of great scouting. I mean, you look at the players they've purchased, they've had some fantastic scouting. So obviously, whoever's in charge of that department for them knows what they're doing. So,
and like,
so credit to them.
We're forgetting about Soyuncu, who hasn't even been playing at all this season. Really, like he was fantastic for Leicester last season, but they haven't missed him at all this season.
Not at all.
Well, and just talking about a player like that, like Ricardo Pereira has been missing all season. You think of like what he was last season, one of the best right backs in the league, and he hasn't played a game.
Yeah,
like, and that just proves like they got James Justin and Castagna, who are just killing it.
I mean, you look at their bench. I mean, you got Perez, fantastic guy to bring on. You got Iheanacho, who is a solid enough striker. Amarte, Under, you said Ricardo Pereira, Mendy. There's some all right people on that bench there, so I don't know.
Which Mendy?
I do like. There's 18 million Mendys in the world. Don't get me here. It's like if you ask which Dembele, there's 100 of them. But no, I mean I do like the Leicester team. I like their bench. I like what they're doing. I mean, like you were saying, their center back pairing with Evans and Fofana, very solid. Tielemans and Ndidi, fantastic CDMs, moving the ball both defensively and then moving it forward. Madison being creative in the middle, and Barnes and Vardy up attacking. And don't forget about Kasper Schmeichel on net, how he is one of the best goaltenders in the Prem.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't want to disrespect Southampton too much. I thought they were all right. It's just, I think they kind of are missing Danny Ings at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. Stuart Armstrong had a great strike off the bar. What a hit by big old Stuart.
But interesting thing for what the commentator said about Southampton, apparently the type of training the first team does, that they do that at all the same levels, like towards down to the youth. So if like a guy from the under 23s or under 18s comes up and plays, he has a role. He knows where he's going to play, what he's going to do. Which I think that's going to be beneficial for Southampton in the long term.
Well, let's stick around the top of the table. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur. They got a 3-1 victory over Sheffield United. Ultimately, I think it's an expected victory here. Sheffield United looking dead in the water kind of thing.
No surprise.
Before the game, apparently, Jose Mourinho said in the press, this is going to be a very tough game for us. I mean credit.
Of course, it's going to be a tough. Every game's a tough game. But
they got their first win just last week or this week. So
against Newcastle.
Plus, you can't just go out as a manager and say, "I'm going to fuck that team up."
That's what's scary about Sheffield United, though, is they're a team that can just go out and just play right now, and they're fighting still, but they can cause an upset.
I'll give Lucas a little bit of time here to show his love to his favorite man in the Premier League.
It was
Ndombele with one hell of a goal in the 62nd minute. He's out of the top of the box, back to net, and somehow he chips the keeper.
It was insane, honestly. As soon as I saw it, like, people were saying in our chat, because none of us saw the goal beforehand, and people were saying, like, have you seen the goal? I'm like, I gotta check this out. I was just like, holy fuck. That was, like, ridiculous.
Lucas, credit to you, man. I have to agree. Ndombele has been fantastic this season. The way he moves the ball forward for them defensively, he's just a rock. He can do everything.
And that just goes on to the point of last season he came in, had a big, like, price tag and everything, big expectations, and he didn't do it. And his second season, he's been doing it. And that's with so many players around that. It's just Kai Havertz, right? Like, for example, first season.
Well, Chelsea fans are so harsh on their players at the moment. Fair enough, but we'll get to Chelsea soon here.
I don't want to.
Greg, I think we won it because I feel like your team kind of got unlucky in that game, very much so.
It's a good win for Spurs. They're, I think, 1 point behind Liverpool now. Yes, 1 point behind Liverpool. So, the top of the table is getting tight again. Everton weren't able to play because their match with Aston Villa was postponed, but they're 32 points. If they win their game in hand, they're ahead of Liverpool. Overall, at the top of the tables, City should be the favorites to win this league, I think.
100%. But one thing
On
we're
form-
forgetting.
on-
Sorry.
yeah.
That one
sec.
struck Waz deep. You see his face when we said that? That was nuts.
No, I agree. I agree.
One
with that.
one thing that you
Looks
got
a
to
bit
mention
hurt,
though
though.
about top the table.
Well,
Aston
let's
Villa
see
still
what
has
Greg
only
speak.
played 15 games.
Yeah, they're still up there. Yeah.
They win all 3 of those games. They go above Liverpool.
I mean, it is
Also-
what it is. Everyone's
ultimately-
doing that right now.
Ultimately, I do agree with you, Lucas. I do think Manchester City is favorites to win this right now, just because of the form they're in and the players they have at their disposal. Liverpool are very unlucky right now with their injuries in terms of you have no center backs and you refuse to purchase a center back. Fair enough,
they
whatever
got
the
that
hell's going on,
Sepp
fair
kid.
enough.
Or is he injured too?
Who?
That big redheaded
Everyone's
kid.
injured.
Sepp
Sepp
van
Vandenberg?
He's not even like
he injured too?
good, better than the 2 center backs we have on the bench.
Yeah, I'll be honest too.
Give him a shot.
With the way the way City's playing, they do look pretty unstoppable
They do.
at the moment.
Non-stop.
I know
United
United's the top of the league, but like, is it really going to last realistically?
but-
I don't think
but
the team is incomplete.
Your team's not the best team, not by any means, but you're being consistent right now, which is something
Yeah,
that
we're getting
nobody else
results we
is
kinda
being
need.
consistent this season,
We're kind
other
of
than Man City at the
grinding those
moment.
games out and getting those goals that we need.
If you had won
I-
today, you would have been well and truly in the driving seat.
Yeah.
If you had won
Luckily,
today.
United do have Sheffield and Fulham next, which ideally should be 3 points, but Fulham have been looking good recently, so I'm not gonna just totally write.
Well,
them
Well,
off.
let's talk about Fulham next. I was sad, Greggy. Greggy, I was so sad. I thought you guys were in this game. Well, you had one hell of an opportunity to take the lead in this game. Your man, what was his name?
Cavallero.
Yeah, he
We
scuffed
need
the
a
ball
we need
off
a
his own
striker.
foot.
We need a striker.
I'll give you him. 35 million, you can have him.
Honestly, I would.
Mr. Edouard, take him. I don't
we
want
need-
him anymore.
We need someone with just pace, though. We need a
He's quick
quick
enough.
striker.
Why
That,
don't you want Morelos instead?
No, he hasn't done nothing this season. He's shite.
Oh, I heard he's
He
been
scored a
good.
bracelet like a
He's
week ago, didn't
dog
he?
shite.
Oh,
Frank
dog
Lampard
shite.
Jr. scored though.
But your
know,
game
yeah.
for Fulham versus Chelsea, the game was turned on its head in the 44th minute when Mr. Anthony Robinson went for a reckless challenge and got a straight red card. But I'm angry, Greg.
Why does this?
I'm
Why does
angry.
this always happen when I go to take a shower? Whenever I go to take a shower, something happens in a match.
How about you
I
wait
was
until
actually
your
watching this
shower's
game.
at halftime?
I mean,
Just wait an extra minute.
I mean, when
Like,
when you leave for
just
about
wait.
15 minutes game time to take a fucking shower, something bound to happen. No.
Like I remember one time was literally stopped watching Spurs versus City, and because the City scored the goal, I think either to win or tie the game. He went to take a shower, comes back, and the goal was taken off by VAR, and he didn't even know it until like a few hours later.
Yeah.
Just wait,
Supposed to be ready,
just
just
wait 2
not
minutes.
doing my
like-
hair and all that stuff, but. Anyways.
Okay. But no, Greg, what did you think about that challenge?
it was stupid. I don't know why he's doing it.
But there has been mixed reviews online. I mean, you look at the different Twitter and everything.
I think it's
Obviously,
a red.
never a red card. He Aspilicueta makes the most of it, and he's screaming. Yes, Aspilicueta makes a big dive and makes a big noise, but it was a red card. It was.
It is a red card. How he went in was just reckless and dangerous.
Like,
and he honestly
his-
could have really injured him if he
Yeah,
actually did hit him.
His leading foot does go over the ball, studs up, and his trailing foot comes and sweeps in behind. I mean, it's a double challenge almost in a sense. So yeah, I agree.
And why
It's a
do
red
that
card.
when you're up in the
Ruthless.
final third? Like, I don't get the point.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the big issue. That's
I don't know.
And
And I actually really like Anthony Robinson. I think he's a very capable left back and very great going forward. This was just a moment of stupidity by a young player, I think.
And then, but
yeah, I thought we actually played good this game,
Mm-hmm.
considering we're down a full half against Chelsea, who has the amount of firepower they have, and to
I
lose
mean,
it.
they
at
have
the end
guns,
kinda
but it's
sucks.
not loaded,
But-
so
oh, I'm aware,
Yeah.
but
like
still comes out.
but apparently you guys win the second half because I was paying attention to a different game most of this time. You guys were still like actually playing well with 10 men against Chelsea.
They were 100%.
Yeah.
They were.
We actually
Yeah,
still had
Fulham were not
chances.
bad. Ultimately,
Full
it
for
was
Europa
Mason Mount who did open the scoring in the 78th minute. Again, a little bit not unlucky. It's a poor play by your keeper.
Areola, I've been praising him for a long time now. He's been probably the biggest reason we've been getting points and everything, and it was just a stupid punch out. I don't know why he's doing it like that.
Put it over the bar. Crossed in. He should tip it out. He tips it back into the middle of the box. Mason Mount's right there and goes, "Yep, thank you very much. I'll slot that into the bottom corner." Makes it 1-0. After that goal went in, it was, I think, Chelsea pretty much had their foot on the gas. Timo Werner was on a breakaway and he missed the net. Good job, Timo Werner. You are absolutely loving life in London. Oh, it's great to see it.
It's funny because when he was going down there, like on the breakaway, I was just like, "Oh, he's gonna score against Fulham. It's just gotta be my team that he's gonna score against, and he's finally get his goal scoring." But he missed. I'm like, "Oh, okay, fair enough."
It's shocking. It's honestly shocking what's going on there.
Greg, what are your thoughts about the referee? Because I heard a lot of bad reviews about him, especially with the red card for the Jamaican. I mean, the yellow card for the Jamaican. The
Jamaican.
He has a fucking name, bro.
Just the Jamaican.
The Copa Reed.
We're literally looking to sign the kid, you dick. What the fuck, man?
Matt, you're making spoilers.
Who knows?
I don't know. There's always questionable calls with referees and everything, and the thing I know what you're kind of talking about is we don't have our starting left back, who's been fantastic this season against United, and we don't have our top goal scorer, probably one of our better players against United as well. And so
Mitrovic, I don't think is going to do anything. So I agree. Yeah,
we have players still that are injured. We still have players that have COVID, and so we're missing key players right now.
Fulham need a goal scorer. That's what we've confirmed. Breaking news from the 90th minute. Where do you want to move on to next?
Well, there's a couple other games that happened. West Ham defeated Burnley 1-0. Leeds lost to Brighton 1-0.
Can I quickly say West Ham? Mikel Antonio is very underrated as a Premier League striker. I like him a lot.
Been very good for them.
I like him a lot. He's a B-Tech Adama. He's also a big man.
Well, speaking of Adama Traore, his team lost 3-2 to West Brom as well.
What a game that was.
Yeah. 2 penalties to West Brom.
It was not a great day for Willy Bolly at the very beginning. He does give away the penalty. He then falls on the line and his face is all white from the paint. And then he did score a goal in this game, and so did Fabio Silva. But yes, it does end 3-2. Big Sam picks up his first victory for West Bromwich Albion. I think they can stay up. I don't know, but I think they can. I'm liking Big Sam. I know, Lucas. I'm so sorry, but it's West Brom. They're shit, but Big Sam is great. So I don't know.
How I see, I'll just Can I just quickly say with that? Actually, I think the relegation is. I think West Brom and Sheffield United are going down right now, and it's either going to be Fulham or Newcastle, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Newcastle, interesting. Burnley haven't been good.
Yeah.
But a few teams down there that have not looked very good, honestly.
So you think, Greg, 100% guaranteed West Brom's going down?
I think so.
You're going against Big Sam's record?
I like that.
I think so. I think they're going down.
One more thing I want to mention.
Wolves are missing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Lucas.
So you guys know about expected goals and stuff like that?
Yes.
So expected goals, so like each chance is rated out of 1 for expected goals. So like each chance is rated out of 1. The better the chance, the closer to the number 1 it is. So Willy Bolly accumulated more expected goals against West Brom. So he had a 0.77. He did score. But that number is higher than Adama Traore's expected goals all season at 0.68. Adama Traore is a winger.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Adama. Was he just a flash in the pan, one-hit wonder?
I was saying, man, a little bit overrated.
Was he just a flash in the pan, a one-hit wonder?
I think maybe
it depends.
I don't want that because I love Adama.
It really depends because he really does have a pretty defined style of how he plays, and if teams figure out how to defend against that, all he needs to do is really.
I mean, not only that, but his center forward is out for the season. I mean, how many goals were scored by him running down the wing, crossing it into Jimenez, and just heading it home?
That shouldn't matter if he's. I honestly don't it'll affect his assists, but at that point, you got to step up yourself.
Jimenez is without Jimenez, Wolves are a completely different team.
Yeah.
100%.
Wolves are in danger of getting relegated. Honestly, they're really low on the table. They're struggling to get good results.
They're not doing great. Yeah.
If that's the effect that Raul Jimenez has on that team, he needs to go. He needs to find another fucking team.
Oh, he can't. He's injured.
We did mention
obviously,
West Ham.
but I'm sure a team would buy an injured Raul Jimenez. Positive.
We did mention West Ham beat Burnley 1-0. Brighton also beat Leeds 1-0. A bit of a shocking result there. It was a great goal that Graham Potter's men scored to make it 1-0. I know Lucas does rate Brighton's style of play, and you know what? It was a very good goal. It was a well-worked pass. Leeds, another poor result. Another time we questioned Bielsa ball. I don't want to get into it anymore because we all know how I feel about Marcel Bielsa. A little bit overrated. I gotta be honest.
Leeds
but
were
hey ho,
absolute shit that game.
they were crap. I gotta be honest. But they ran. They had passion, and he sat on a nice bucket. Greg, he's the greatest manager in the world. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Who hurt you,
Sure,
Liam?
you'd love to have him.
Fuck off.
I'm sure at this point in time, Lee would love to have Bielsa at his club.
I mean,
No.
You sure?
Anyhow, that's what I
just
want.
quickly talking about Leeds, like they were shit that game, but they also are a team that got promoted from the championship and are in
Yes.
12th place right now with only
Yes.
a -4 goal differential. It's pretty good.
Yes. No, the Leeds have been all right. I'm not going to be completely dumb and say they haven't been, but I think the way that the media overhypes Bielsa ball is a little bit outrageous.
Because
That's
people
how I'm
like
gonna
good
put
football when
that.
it happens, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
Winning football is all that matters, Lucas. A win is a win is a win is a win.
All right. Well, I think it's time to move on from the Premier League.
Quickly, we'll talk about tomorrow. There is a match on Monday morning. Arsenal play Newcastle. We'll see how that one ends up. But yes, we will move on from the Premier League and we'll move into our fantastic sponsor of the day, Manscaped. Manscaped is providing yet another sponsorship for the 90th minute, so thank you very much. So yes, enter 2021 with manscaped.com. Make sure you use code 90th at checkout. You get 20% off plus free shipping. But yes, the Lawnmower 3.0, the fantastic product from Manscaped, the number one in men's grooming below the waist. You will not cut yourself, right,
Yeah, just
Wazinho?
take it slow and you'll be fine.
Take it slow.
Yeah, bro.
They've got ceramic coated blades and a 7,000 RPM motor. It's the best in the business in male grooming, like I said. We're going into a new year. We're going into, hopefully, the end of lockdown and everything. So once the bars are back open, once you can go out and mingle with everyone, you want to be looking your best. You want to be feeling your best. And, of course, since we are a football podcast, before a big match, you clean yourself up. You don't want to be gross. You don't want that. Right, Maddie?
Yeah, shave your balls
It's got the
before the game.
light. It's got the light. It's waterproof. Bring it in the shower with you.
Before the game, but maybe the day before. You don't want that itch, but you can always get rid of that itch, right? So.
But as Manscaped still says, it is 2021 and hairy balls are still gross. So you know what? Don't have the hairy balls. Just don't do it. Just clean yourself up. Get it right. Lawnmower 3.0. And like I said, use code 90th at checkout. Receive 20% off plus free shipping. It's a great deal. The Manscaped products are fantastic, top quality, and their prices are more than reasonable. So you know what? With the 20% off discount that they're offering with our discount code, you'll be saving some tons of money. And you know what? It'll be a good time. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just do it. Just do it.
All right, so.
Where are we going next, boys?
Well,
I think we should talk about the Super Copa de España, aka the
I
Spanish
would agree,
Super Cup.
Lucas. This game was rather
Yay,
dramatic
let's
in a
talk about
sense.
Yeah, because
Barca, hey, Griezmann scored goals. He's looking good, right? Yeah. Like we said before, and Ndombele, bad first season. Look, he's starting to turn around. Same with Griezmann. It's weird how this narrative keeps running, where you can have a bad first season and improve in the second one. So
I mean, you're
My guy.
talking about the wrong headline here. I gotta be honest.
yeah.
I know.
Barcelona, they lose the final to Athletic Bilbao in extra time. Barcelona were winning 2-1 as the 90th minute approached. And then it all went bad for you. So, Maddie, can you talk? Stop your eating and talk.
We lost the cup final. What the fuck do you want me to say, man?
Well, explain. Tell me how you feel about it.
Concerning.
I mean, it's not concerning. It's not any more concerning than the rest of the fucking season's been. It's not like, wow, shit, we lost this cup final. We're officially now fucked. We've been fucked. Okay, nothing new, same lights, but like Bilbao is the better team on the day.
Are you upset in the way that you lost? I mean, the result is what it is.
I mean,
but to be that close to winning and then to just kind of self-implode.
Again, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I really am.
I thought it was.
I think this is a bit of a shocking result for Barcelona. Not just losing a cup final,
but it's pretty par for the course.
Conceding a 90th minute equalizer, going to extra time, getting Lionel Messi sent off with a straight red card, his first ever at Barcelona, and then conceding in extra time to Inaki Williams, and then not being able to bounce back or do anything.
I was reading the post-match thread of Barcelona versus Athletic Club on Reddit, and the one man everyone is targeting, all the Barca fans, Jordi Alba. They do not like him.
They shouldn't be doing that either. Because aside from his game,
here's one comment. Here's one comment. Most of our disastrous performances have one thing in common: Alba being the worst player. He brings a lot to attack as he bombs forward, since Messi only passes at him no matter what. But teams now know to take full advantage of that. His defending of set pieces also has been horrible for a while now. Sometimes I wish we played him as a winger and bought another left back. And that guy responds, laughs in Marcelo. Some of these comments are kind of funny. To be fair, he scored...
Well, we don't need to read all the Reddit comments, to be fair. We should.
Okay, there's just one I'd like to hear. When I heard Jordi Alba was crying at halftime against Liverpool when they were at Anfield, I knew he has no business in team. I feel shaky mentally looking at him. Jesus Christ, man.
It's a fair comment. I mean, if you're crying at halftime, boy, figure yourself out.
So, anyways, back to Barcelona.
Yeah. I think it's really bad luck. Barcelona conceding that. Well, they have 4 minutes to hold out a victory. They conceded a set piece, and Jordi Alba literally ducks from the ball that leads to the goal, which is bad on that part. I do have to give some sympathy, a little bit of sympathy to Barcelona. Athletic Club were playing.
No.
Okay, Liam, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
You never give sympathy to Barcelona. They're big enough. They can figure themselves out.
Okay, well, better word, devil's advocate. I mean, Athletic Club were very smart in how they played this, because they were frustrating Barcelona throughout the whole match, doing a lot of like antics, diving, trying to get under Barcelona's skin, which in the end it did work, because Lionel Messi did get a red card after one of their players got under his skin. But the referee was pretty poor from what I saw, because it seemed like he refused to give any sort of cards to certain players on the pitch, which was annoying. But then again, that doesn't excuse this losing to this team, a team that hasn't been performing amazingly recently. They did get a new manager, Marcelino, who I rate very highly. But again, I think Athletic Club wanted it a lot more. It showed in extra time. A great goal by Inaki Williams. I think Ter Stegen had no chance. That was just like one of the best strikes I've seen this season, honestly.
Credit to the Athletic player playing the trumpet when they won. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty good.
I think people
not well, but
I think people, mainly Liam, have a tendency to forget that Barcelona isn't some god team. We are a team in transition. You have a lot in common with me, actually. You're also a team in transition, but
you can't say you're a team in transition.
We very much
have
so
the players
are
that you
a team.
do.
Liam, we are very much so a team in transition. We spent $126 million on Griezmann. Did he score 2 goals today? Fantastic. Has he been good all season? Absolutely not. We've had, three managers in how long? We're coming off a shaky presidency. We haven't even gotten a new president as of right now. We're dealing with turmoil of Messi potentially leaving the club on a free in the next summer, with honestly one of our more explosive and dynamic players consistently injured, and relying on Martin Braithwaite as a striker 95% of the time. In comparison to what Barcelona is used to being, you have to look at it subjectively. It isn't the same team right now. So if that doesn't describe a team in transition, I don't know what does. So does this result suck? Obviously it fucking sucks. But that's football, man.
He's right.
I don't know.
That's all I can say.
I just think with the players you have at your disposal, you should be in better form than what you are. I still look at your starting 11 as a very good starting 11.
One of our best performers is a 17-year-old kid.
And that should say a lot about the team, that the people who should be a better performer and they're not.
I think when.
So what about all the other teams who are performing underneath what their current teams are, what their current level?
There's a lot of them. 100% there are. 100%.
Yeah.
I think when Barcelona don't have Ousmane Dembele playing, they become very predictable.
But he's always injured.
Yeah, you can't rely on him.
But he's the only thing that actually like is different to
By far
add
one of our
something
best
different to
players.
this Barcelona side. I think
When he's in the lineup, he's exceptional. He's been one of our best players this season. The fucker hasn't even been here. So
No, you are right.
It is what it
100%.
is.
I mean,
take
don't
it
know.
with what it is.
of course.
yeah, I think it's just a bit of a disappointing performance from a team that should be much better than Athletic Bilbao. No offense to Athletic Bilbao fans.
Okay, but let's move on. I think we should move on to Serie A because there was a massive result that happened. Derby d'Italia between Inter Milan and Juventus. And for the first time in 4 years, I think, Inter Milan have defeated Juventus 2-0. And Liam, you've been
Yes.
saying Juventus are going to win the league this season.
Yeah,
Constantly.
what happened?
This is a
Don't
big...
you worry. It'll still happen.
I don't know, man. That was a statement game.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
fantastic result. I did
What a
not ever
statement
think
game.
I could see AC Milan beating Juventus. I didn't think Inter Milan would beat Juventus.
Inter are better.
So
Why
huge
not?
credit to Inter Milan. They performed fantastically. I didn't see this game a lot, I gotta be honest, but I thought that from seeing some highlights and reading some things online, Juventus couldn't get going as well as they should in the final third. You know, they did have 4 shots on target, and Inter Milan had 5. However, it was just slow. It wasn't fluid. You know, they were missing they're missing that Juventus attack that we've kind of grown used to in the handful of past seasons. But ultimately, I don't know. This is a big result. Don't get me twisted. This is a huge result for Inter Milan because now they are second in the table. Sitting on 40 points, tied with AC Milan. AC Milan are on 40 points as well. But Juventus are down to 5th.
They do have a game in hand, though.
They do. Juventus have a game in hand on 33 points. But I think they're still going to win the Serie A. Don't you worry.
I don't really see how
At this
they're
point,
going to come
man, I
back.
don't know.
Yeah.
Milan and Inter have both been playing great.
They
I'm
have
not gonna
been,
say
So-
I'm not gonna say it's not a possibility, but at
I
this
can just
point,
see a
It's
month.
tight.
They-
It's still
I
very
can see
tight.
1 month
they are
when
either
either Milan
not
club
in the driving seat.
I can see
right
there'll
now.
be a month when either Milan club has a couple bad results in a row. They draw a couple of bad matches. They
just
lose
find
a
that
game,
there's more
and Juventus can
competitors.
just go on a.
We
on
gotta
a, on a
remember,
run.
we talk about it, but Inter doesn't have European competitions
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
next month coming up here and everything, right?
Napoli's
sense.
also
Driving
playing
seat for
well.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, we're not mentioning Napoli and Roma, who are right up there as well.
But Liam, you're saying Inter Milan will drop points? Well, so will Juventus. This Juventus side is not amazing. It's a good
They're
side,
not.
but it's not amazing.
100%.
I think when they don't have Delit, they're kind of lost defensively.
100%.
They have some
I
problems
think
creating
they're-
chances at times when if Chiesa isn't on it or
Let's be real. Their center back pairing is old and slow. Chiellini and Bonucci, I think they're kind of getting past it. Delit is the man that they need to focus on and bring in another center back beside him. Fullbacks, Danilo and Frambotta, are they good enough to be starting? I don't know.
Danilo's been
I
good
don't know
this
if
season.
they are.
Danilo
Danilo has
sick
been.
this season.
Frambotta, yeah. Aaron Ramsey, let's be real. He shouldn't even be at this club, let alone starting for them. So, you know what?
Biased.
Get out of Turin, Aaron Ramsey. Rabiot and Bentancur in the midfield, not enough creativity from me. Not enough.
I think they're decent, like deeper
Yes, no.
players, but I don't think they offer enough in
Yeah.
the final third.
Yeah, they're not creative enough, 100%. Chiesa has been fantastic this season. Morata's been good for them, I mean, all things considered. And Ronaldo is Ronaldo. We do look on the bench. I mean, we had McKennie. There's not a ton of attacking options on this bench.
They have Arthur.
There's not. They have Arthur.
Well, it's not
That
really.
man.
Not even used.
He's
They have-
not. He's
They have that. Didn't even use him.
Kulishevsky came on for Ramsey. McKinney came on for Rabiot.
Kulusevski's okay,
And
pretty
Bernadeschi
good,
for
but-
Frambotta.
But
Bernadeschi's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how
gotta-
Juve is gonna win this title.
You look at the Juventus bench. That's their weakest bench I think they've had in a long time.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you look at this Juventus team in comparison to the teams they're competing against, they aren't that much better. Yeah, they have
Liam,
Cristiano.
no offense, but
they have a Cristiano Ronaldo.
Liam, no
but-
offense, but after everything you just said,
Not that
how the
much
hell do
better.
you believe they're gonna win the title?
Because they're Juventus. They're Juventus.
I agree with Waz
agree with
there.
Waz.
What?
Like,
I
they're not
I
in the
just-
driver's seat.
they're not. They're
Inter-
not.
They're
That's
was
just,
fat.
just-
No,
I
let me put it this
honestly,
way. It's like saying Celtic's gonna win the Scottish Premier League because they're Celtic.
Yep.
Because they've
there's
done
a
it
lot
for
of
like
people
10
who
years.
say, yeah, no. But
yeah,
I'm sorry, but I have this feeling that Juventus will just go on a run where they'll win every a match for the next like 3 months kind of thing, and just
Look, here's the thing. How about this? We're gonna make a deal. If Juve win the league, you can pie me in the face.
and what happens if they don't?
He gets a
Well,
pie.
they win the sure. Let's do that again.
I've already been pied once. I'm not getting pied again. But no,
You gonna be a,
You
you gonna
take
back up
a-
your words? You gonna put your money where your mouth is? Or you gonna be a bitch?
fine.
You take a shot of ghost pepper sauce.
Woo!
I'll do that. I'll do
Challenge
that.
time, boys.
Okay, so
Challenge time.
if Juventus win Serie A, I get to pie you. If Juventus do not win Serie A, I'll do a shot of ghost pepper sauce.
Yes, I'm excited.
Okay,
for this.
I'll die.
I think
but
Juventus.
yeah.
Can we actually like?
Yeah, I think Juventus though they're like
I'm
missing
excited
players
now.
like Barella, who was fantastic for Inter. He had a goal and assist. So often
Some
just
actually are
getting up
saying
the
that he's
pitch.
one of the best players in the world.
I mean, he's definitely probably, if not the best midfielder in Serie A. And Lukaku, he's just so good. Like, people say, "Oh, no first touch." I saw several great first touches in this game, and he's just.
He's actually
One,
he's just
one thing that you
improved.
could just notice in this game though, Lautaro Martinez could not hit the net.
I mean,
I think that they had 17 shots. I think he probably had like 10 of them that missed the target. Honestly.
I mean, a team that did not miss the target at all was Napoli. They won 6-0 over
Greg.
Fiorentina.
Great goal by Zielinski. It was nice. Nice little dribble.
Yeah.
Nice little driven shot. Loved it.
Another big result was Crotone beating Benevento 4-1. And then
And,
a couple draws. Sassuolo tied Parma 1-1. And Atalanta drew Genoa 0-0.
I'd like to mention there's a few transfers coming to Serie A. Big Mario Mandzukic is on his way back to is it Milan?
Yeah, he's going to AC Milan. Yes.
Yeah, and
not?
Benatia is also actually coming back. Apparently,
To Parma, I think.
talks of it. Yeah,
I love how,
So-
look how AC Milan have Zlatan and now Mario Mandzukic
What
as
a
their
duo.
strikers.
They're also
It's
fucking-
great.
They're also
Powers.
apparently going to get Calgary-born defender from Chelsea, Tomori, on loan with an option to buy for 30 million
Oh,
in
that's
18
true.
months.
Yeah, it's a good deal for them.
Could be.
Quickly, before we wrap up Serie A, there was a big game on Friday as well as Lazio beat Roma 3-0. Of course, those two teams are right up there as well. But yes, Serie A, I'm excited to see how Serie A plays out.
It's
now
good
that
to
we got
see that
something
it's
on the
close
line,
again.
I'm really
I'm excited to see one of you idiots get fucked. That's what I'm excited to see.
Yeah, one of them. I'm happy. Whatever happens, I'm happy.
I don't give a
someone's got
shit what happens either. This dumbass
right.
is drinking ghost pepper sauce, and this dumbass getting a pie to the face. No matter what, I win.
I hope it's lemon meringue. I love lemon meringue.
I did not like how he said that. Yeah, Maddie left.
On further thought, I decided
there's a
I'd
quote
come back.
actually from R9. He says, this is R9 on Ibrahimovic. He says, he has always said he considers me an idol. I consider him perhaps a unique case, an example that is good for football. Even if I didn't had all my injuries, I would have never have reached 40 years like him. Never.
Okay.
We
So
got
big.
there in the end.
Yeah, that was kind of
No.
awkward, but moving on.
Let's move into the Bundesliga. We'll start off with the big boys, of course. Bayern Munich. They did get a 2-1 victory over Freiburg. It was not pretty. Of course, it hasn't been a great week for Bayern Munich. They were knocked out of the cup, were they not?
Yeah, by second division Kiel in a penalty shootout.
Yeah. So that's something. But Bayern were very much in control of this game. They had 59% possession, 25 shots, 9 on target. They had 14 corners, so They were the dominant side. They just didn't score. But they did. They had the victory ultimately. Lewandowski in the 7th minute and Thomas Muller in the 74th.
Yeah, Lewandowski, yeah.
Yeah, big man.
He broke record, yeah?
Did he?
Broke record.
Yeah, after 21
Very good.
goals in 16 match days, Lewandowski has broke the record for most goals scored in the first half of the Bundesliga season. It's apparently called the Hinrunde, but I'm not German, so I probably butchered that.
Lovely. Maddie, do you remember last week we talked about Schalke winning?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to transition. Because
Schalke
Bayern's obviously
did not lose.
I know
Schalke lost.
Their streak of victory has ended.
Yeah, big one victory in a row.
It was a long week, and it's sad to see it end. But
They got smacked up 3-1 by Eintracht Frankfurt. Good job, Schalke. Enjoy the second Bundesliga.
But Eintracht Frankfurt, though. Luka Jovic made his transfer to Frankfurt on loan. And now he's scored the same amount of goals in this one game for Frankfurt off the bench as he has in his year and a half at Real Madrid.
He should never make that move.
He doesn't play Schalke. He doesn't play Schalke a lot for Real Madrid, though. So you got to give him.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. A disappointing result for Borussia Dortmund as they drew Mainz 0. They drew them 1-1. What's going on with Dortmund? What's happening?
Well, I watched this game, but then my channel cut out like in from like the 35th minute to like the 65th, so I had no idea what happened in between there. But
so you did not watch this game. You watched the beginning and the end.
I watched the first third and this last third, but Dortmund played very well.
He watched more than you.
So you actually just sat there for half an hour. I'm just gonna sit here.
No, I just changed the channel and just kept changing back to see if it was working or not.
Liam, shush. He watched more than you.
Why do I get attacked here?
Because
did Greg watch anything?
Me.
Did Greg watch anything? Did you watch anything?
Yeah, but the
what
difference
did you watch this week?
Greg didn't say shit. You know, it was just you making fun of me about Lucas watch. So
yes,
it's on you, dog.
Aha.
Don't ever make that sound again. I will leave this fucking podcast again. I ain't playing.
Okay. What is happening with Borussia Dortmund?
So from the first third I saw, it seemed like they were playing very well, high intensity, causing a lot of problems. They scored an early goal that was ruled offside for VAR. Were unlucky not to score a goal. Their Mainz's goalkeeper Zentler made a few good saves, but during the time that I wasn't able to watch, apparently Mainz scored an incredible goal by Ostunali, and then afterwards, Thomas Meunier, he scored in the 73rd minute. And then, like, a minute later, Dortmund got a penalty. So you think, oh, Dortmund, they're going to finally get a win. You know, it's tough, but they're going to get it by the end. Unfortunately, Marco Reus, he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, but he misses the net at the same time. And it stays 1-1, and it stays like that for the rest of the game. Dortmund unable to break down Mainz. It's
just not happening for him.
It's a poor result.
No, it really isn't. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Bayern this season has been good, but no one's been able to keep up with them still, which is unfortunate because this is a great opportunity to win the league.
Oh. Bayern has been more fatigued than anything?
Potentially, but yeah, I also think I read a lot of Bayern supporters. They think them losing Thiago has been crucial for them because they tried to replace him by playing Goretzka in that position, but he's just not the same type of player.
Yeah,
of course, losing a player like Thiago is detrimental to your squad. Yeah. Guy's nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to see Union Berlin up there.
I don't know how they're doing so well. I haven't been paying attention to them much this season, but they're in 5th place.
You think it'd be the other Berlin team with the amount of money Hertha has, but
I mean, we'll quickly go through that. RB Leipzig, they drew Wolfsburg 2-2, and Borussia Mönchengladbach drew Stuttgart 2-2. So both those clubs not being in the best of form in terms of mounting any potential title challenge.
I mean, Gladbach.
It looks like this is going to be Bayern's year again. They always do.
I mean, they had the game 2-1, but then one of the players was hugging the guy in the box in the last second of the game. So of course the ref's going to call a penalty on that.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I just want to give him a hug.
But shout out Wakamituka.
Wakamituka, man, I love that guy. FIFA. If you're playing a FIFA career mode, sign him. 6'2", stupid pace. He's great. Greg, we need him. We need him at Roma.
From the Bundesliga as well. Like
stupid pace.
It seems.
Stupid. It's so good.
Gladbach striker Playa, the French lad, He says, it's easier to score goals in Bundesliga than in Ligue 1. There is no space in Ligue 1. In Bundesliga, every team looks for attack. There is a ton of space. You have more chances to score per game.
And then I think
I like that.
a counterpoint to that is he scored more goals in the Champions League than he has in the Bundesliga.
I'm not sure if I agree with Mr. Play on that one. But
Before we get into questions, should we talk a little bit about transfers? Some transfer
Well, actually, I was going to mention one thing,
January.
actually. Wayne Rooney retired.
He
Come
did.
on, guy. Why did we not touch upon that? Like, it's so sad.
It's not really sad. He's been basically retired for the last couple of seasons.
I know,
Yeah.
but he was such a
that guy
a
retired
figure,
the
and I
moment he
guess
went to the MLS, man. Come on.
No, he had that one good play. That was all
No,
he did.
he was fine.
Yeah, it was a sick play,
But no,
like
he was.
everyone does well in the retirement league. Like fuck,
Come on,
Beckham
like,
was a god
for
there
us,
for a while.
While we were growing up watching football, he was huge. Come on, he was
He
up
was.
there with Messi and Ronaldo. Was the top 3
100%.
like forwards in the world.
I'm not
He
saying
was
that.
amazing at matches.
I'm just
He
saying he's been
broke,
retired for a while. In my eyes,
Oh,
at least.
I mean, yeah, but
He still
his career
pissed me
kinda-
off last year.
He was a player
I'm
manager,
just
bro.
saying, Wayne
Yeah,
Rooney.
he Panenka-ed Fulham.
I
That's
think he's
lit.
one of the underappreciated English legends. I think of the game.
Which is
That's fair to
unfortunate
say.
because I think he might be England's greatest ever forward.
Yeah, I mean, he broke the record. He broke Manchester United's goal scoring record for
honestly
Bobby
do.
Charlton. So, Wayne Rooney, what a career he had, honestly. The amount of trophies he won. Well, but aside from a bicycle kick, what do you think was one of his best moments?
I can tell you
My
what his
favorite
worst
moments.
moment was. One of his worst moments was when he decided to shave off his chest hair and grow his hair back. I feel like he hasn't been the same player since. But
When he went bald and grew a beard.
like, when he embraced the ogre, that was prime Rooney.
More so when he embraced the Nike commercial.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
So
My
Well, I mean,
favorite
he's
Wayne-
been around for some fantastic moments
My
for
favorite-
United and for England.
My favorite Wayne Rooney moment is his time on Special One TV.
Oh my god.
What did he
Jesus,
do?
Lucas.
Oh, it's just a funny
It's-
puppet show
yeah.
that was in England during like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Well,
Greg, why the hell does Lucas know about a puppet show in England? Why does he know that?
it's an iconic
I know
show.
about it too.
Yeah, Matt
I've
knows
never
about
heard
it.
of
We
it in
loved
my
it when we
life.
were kids.
Yeah. Lucas showed it to me. Yeah.
I think
But yeah,
I think my most
one of my
iconic-
favorite.
is definitely a celebration. Is that boxing celebration? Pure gold.
I think for
Pure.
mine, I mean, aside from like winning the titles and stuff, I really liked this goal from half he scored. I can't remember against who it was, but that was just Wayne Rooney. Just guy can score from anywhere.
This
He
man
did have
eats
his
goddamn
he did
Doritos.
Yeah, he did have his controversial moments throughout his career with some scandals. He actually requested to leave United a couple times. Ferguson even
Yeah.
confirmed it in some interviews.
Yeah.
So
Real Madrid.
and then he just ended up staying at United. Then eventually leaving when he had to. And I mean, he
Went to
scored an amazing
Everton.
free kick to break the goal scoring record. So Wayne Rooney, what a career, and he'll definitely be missed in the game. I mean, He's
100%.
kind of been missed for a while, but hopefully he has a good managerial career. Hopefully he takes over all these jobs.
You think that'll happen?
Well, maybe he's taking his time with managing. Something Frank didn't do.
I mean,
Russians that
He's
Chelsea.
Frank was-
got to get Derby out of.
Frank was given the offer. Frank took the offer. Can you blame him?
Darby's in a bad place right now. So he's got a lot of work cut out for him.
So supposedly Derby just has amazing facilities and the people that are just really good at football. I don't know.
I mean,
They're
they're
also in the relegation zone, the
They're also
championship.
in a
So.
not very good spot.
they're,
They
They also
they're
have
having
the
hard
Premier
time
League's
paying
worst ever
players.
season. So
Yeah.
Fair enough. COVID's hard on teams. Anyways, anything else we should mention?
I
I
think
just wanted to mention quickly, PSG are really pushing to sign Dele Alli. Of course, Mauricio Pochettino is there. Fabrizio Romano was talking about it on Twitter. Supposedly negotiations are tough with Spurs, but Mauricio
don't get it.
Pochettino wants Dele Alli at PSG. I don't know why either, but that's what he wants.
Poch wants his man, man.
like they must just
Pretty
be good
much.
friends. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
there's been a lot of criticism for keeping Mbappe lately.
Yeah,
Why?
people are dumb. That's why.
Well,
People are
it's
really dumb.
not just a thing we mentioned on stream where he hasn't scored in his last 4 matches, which is like the longest spell in his career, or tied for the longest spell. It's like apparently I read a lot of PSG supporters. They're saying he's trying to be too much like Neymar right now, where he doesn't have the ability to do things like Neymar. Like he will, instead of taking advantage of what he's best at, which is like using his pace, getting in behind, He's trying to get on the ball more, trying to get passes so he can dribble up the pitch and things like that.
Dude, he's just trying to not change, but trying to like bring different aspects to his
Let
game.
him bring his game up. Exactly.
He's 22 years old. Relax, he'll be okay.
Like, these PSG fans need to fucking smarten the fuck up before he leaves, man. That guy's your top goal scorer, and he hasn't scored in the last 4 games.
You have him.
Stop complaining, please. Just
Maddie, you might
it.
be getting a new center forward. Memphis Depay is heavily linked at the moment.
I've also
Good
heard
move.
Sergio Aguero's links.
Yeah,
Don't know what the validity on those are, but he is coming to the end of his contract.
he is. Now there's been some moves definitely, and as January gets closer to the end, we'll see what happens. Yeah, should we move into questions now?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, Wazinho baby, take the floor.
What is your favorite humiliation match? I'll go first. Germany 7, Brazil 1. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Any others?
That's a
that.
I
What's
didn't really
this man
like
doing?
that because
So that's like a full-on lunch.
I don't know.
It's currently 8:27, and that's just coffee. Like lunch where?
Never mind. Keep moving. Lucas, what you don't like?
Well, I don't know. I didn't like that because I wanted Brazil to win, but it is what it is.
I was cheering for Brazil, and then it was just
I thoroughly enjoyed that one. But if I had to choose one, Maddie, I'm so sorry. 8-2 Bayern Barcelona was just fantastic.
fantastic for a lot of people and horrible.
Just
for a lot of people.
just smash these Spaniards. Just stomp them out with your absolute control. Great things.
My favorite one is.
But
the
then
game
again, I'm going to counter that. I'm going to counter that by saying when Barcelona beat PSG 6-1, I thought that was a fantastic result as well.
One of my favorite ones was recently when that Celtic team lost to Rangers, and I watched Liam's hopes and dreams die. And
I don't think that's humiliation. Though.
Another one.
no, not much, but he
Lucas,
just looked
you
sad
trust me.
after.
You trust me. I was
Yeah, I think it was humiliating.
Because
he looked
devastated.
when he came when I saw him like not face to face, when I just saw his face after that game, that looked like a man defeated. So
That's exactly what I was. 100%
Yeah.
defeated.
it wasn't a blowout, but I think that's the
No.
moment where Celtic fans
We
knew
scored- we
10 in a
scored
row
one
was
goal in the
fucking
game.
dead.
Yeah.
Even this week, Rangers drop points, but so do we. Like, oh my god.
It's okay, Liam, man. You can go for 10 again another time. You know?
Yeah, next
Fucking
decade.
tragic. That's tragic.
Next question. I don't know if we actually answer this. Who are the...
Do we even get Greg's
Sorry,
opinion?
Greg.
Well, fuck Greg or
Barcelona.
something? Like,
He said,
he said Barcelona?
Brazil.
Mine would
Okay.
definitely be the Brazil one because I was
Yeah.
hyping up David Luiz.
Okay, next question. I don't know if we answered this. Who are the biggest flops in the history of the Premier League? Mine for sure is gotta be Radamel Falcao or Alexis Sanchez to United.
I think Radamel. No, you can't say Alexis Sanchez because he was pretty much the best player in the Prem for a while.
Well,
Radamel
when,
Falcao, I
when
don't
he
think-
went to United.
Yeah, but you got to talk about his like the Prem and the turn.
In general, I know he had a great career.
Fabio Borini at Liverpool.
I mean, no one expected him to be
Falcao's
the
harsh.
best player in the world or anything.
Yeah, it's the same
No,
thing
he
with
was
Falcao. I
bad.
think after his injuries, no one was expecting him to come tear that shit the fuck up. So, was he still a flop? Absolutely, but I don't think anyone was expecting huge things out of him after that.
I mean, several times I mentioned Liverpool players. I'm not going to use that again. I've done that on a few questions already.
I mean, we're going to get comments on
Biggest
TikTok
flop.
saying, oh, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz,
Dude,
they're not
just
the
think-
biggest flops of the Premier League. Not yet, at least. Let's give them a little bit of time. But should we mention Kepa? I mean, world record fee goaltender now sitting on the bench doing nothing. That's a massive,
Yep.
massive
That's
waste of
an
money.
L.
That's a fat L.
That's a big L.
Yeah.
Like,
Di
Kepa,
Maria
I
was
think would get my
Di Maria was a
vote.
big L.
Yeah.
He
I
started
paid
off
Manchester
good.
United
He
for
He
it.
was
started off
good,
well.
but he
He
just hated being
started
there.
off well,
Yeah.
but then yeah.
That was a big L.
If Pepe doesn't improve or get into Arsenal's lineup more consistently, he's
Yep.
definitely a flop because the amount they spent on him, and you're seeing
It's
Saka
ridiculous.
starting over him and having more effect in the game. I think,
But, like, it's rightfully so Saka starting. He's been fantastic so far.
yeah, and like Pepe is just either he's just not feeling it. He's not even getting consistent game time, so that's adding to it. He's also somewhat predictable as well.
Lucas, you want to know a big flop? Bartosz Kapustka.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He had a really good Euros in 20.
Who the fuck is that
Who
guy?
the fuck is that guy?
As well.
We missed a quite big transfer. I gotta be honest. I've just remembered. Mesut Ozil.
Oh, right.
Is basically confirmed to Fenerbahce. Premier League loses Mesut
That's a
Ozil.
big flop.
Even though he hasn't played for how long, but he's a fantastic player on his day when he wants to. I don't know if he ever wants to, but we'll see how he does. We'll see how he does at Fenerbahce. See if he can reignite his career.
That contract was a flop.
Lucas, he hasn't played.
That contract was a flop,
the
but
highest.
If you look at it in the totality of like the time he's been in the Prem,
he had one good goal against who in the Europa League.
I'm not gonna say he's been bad the entire time, but more often than not,
Guys, we always gotta remember our boy Joe Linton. Come on.
Joe
Linton. Don't even bring up Joe Linton. Yo, let me tell you, the come up is on its way. Yeah, he's sick. Unreal.
He's not really a flop, but John Guidetti. When there was some hype around him.
John Guidetti, man.
That's a name I long forgot.
He scored one hell of a goal against Inter Milan, and that's all he ever did for Celtic.
What about Fede not Valverde? Fede, what is it? Makeda?
that's not really a flop.
Ronaldo? Dude, that's the next Ronaldo. I still think he's on his come up too, you know? Where the fuck is he even? Where is he?
I think he's like in Serie A or something.
See? Never mind, that guy's dead. You want to talk? I know he didn't play in the Prem, but how about Hachima Stewart? You remember him, Lucas?
Yeah,
Fuck.
he's in Serie A or Serie D.
That's a rest in peace thing, yo. That guy had like 99 potential in FIFA at one point.
Apparently, Macheda's playing for Panathinaikos.
Oh, welcome to Greece.
Even worse.
How's that worse?
Great weather.
Lucas, what the fuck does the Greek league have?
Potential
Great fans.
European competition.
AEK Athens.
Money, maybe? Maybe.
No. Greece as a whole doesn't have money. How the hell does their league have money?
Next question.
This question comes from Liam13741. Who are the best fan favorite players loved by everyone? N'Golo Kante.
Are we talking about retired players or players still active?
Retired players, Andrea Pirlo.
Yeah, Andrea Pirlo. Let's do both, whatever.
There's Iniesta. Ain't no one hate Iniesta.
No, I think those people don't like Zlatan.
Yeah, a lot of people
Nobody
don't like
hates
Zlatan.
Yeah, they don't like
A lot of
Nobody
people
hates
do not
Zlatan.
like.
You cannot hate
people hate
Zlatan.
Zlatan.
He will kill you.
Well, unfortunately, people do not like Zlatan, and he has not killed them yet, Liam, so...
How can you hate Zlatan? The man's unbelievable.
I like him, but, like...
I love
don't
Zlatan,
like
but I can understand why someone would hate Zlatan as well. So,
no.
Let me think here. Another one.
Just no.
Juan
as I said,
Mata?
Iniesta, Xavi.
Juan Mata.
David Silva? Most Spanish players have won the World Cup.
I wouldn't say most. 'Cause,
No.
like you can throw in Sergio Ramos, Sergio Busquets.
David Silva's also a City player, and a lot of people don't like that. So
I don't think people hate David Silva though. I think they
No,
hate
he was-
City.
he
But
was
David
very
Silva ain't done no one
well-respected.
wrong.
Yeah.
David Villa was another one. I don't think anyone.
Nobody hates
David
Mario
Villa.
Balotelli.
No, I
Nobody
didn't like
hates
David
him.
Villa
Everyone loves
because
him.
he said
Why didn't you?
he told Fernando Torres to leave Liverpool to win trophies.
To be fair, he
Wrong
did.
time.
He might have became shit, but he did
he
leave
did
Liverpool
win.
to win trophies. You gotta give him that.
leave
Mario
to get
Balotelli.
trophies, or stay to be the best.
There's some other players.
Come on, everyone loves Luis Suarez, right?
I do.
Everyone loves to hate Luis Suarez. I think that's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
F that guy.
Who's
Not a
anyone
big
else?
fan.
No, United midfielder. Ji-Sung Park.
Ji-Sung Park.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Heung-Min Son's another one of those players.
Yeah,
that-
well, you can't really hate him.
Similar to Ji-Sung Park.
Unless
What
you're
about
an Arsenal
Ronaldinho?
supporter.
Shunsuke Nakamura.
Probably not. Yeah, Ronaldinho's up there too.
yeah, I don't really like Real Madrid fans applauded him after a match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis Figo, on the
That's
other
a
hand,
good list right
let's
there,
not talk about him.
Yeah, Luis Figo's not on the list.
Next
Lucas.
question. Oh, I like this question a lot. Who is the best reserve goalkeeper ever?
Adrian.
Are we talking about
no, it's
I mean,
probably
Harry's.
honestly Manchester United. Honestly,
Mignolet.
Romero?
Sergio
the
Romero.
man's is a World Cup finalist.
Yeah, I will give it Romero, but
Yeah, but I feel like
every
he's a
goalie-
World Cup finalist because
Here.
Argentina didn't have another option. So
Wow.
But still, he's a World
No,
Cup finalist. He's third.
any goalie has been to back up to Manuel Neuer.
that's rough.
And for Germany.
What?
Well, I mean, if you look for Germany, I mean, it's probably Bernd Leno will be their third string, which is not a terrible goalkeeper.
Ter Stegen.
He'd be second.
Well, I mean, the reserve bench keeper.
Depends on what
you know.
team. But I don't think we should look at national teams because that's a different thing.
in my
yeah.
opinion, it's Inter Milan's keeper Tommaso Berni,
I'm
who
sick and tired of fucking hearing about this guy with more red cards than appearances. I know.
oh
Everybody knows. We
Yeah.
said it like 6 times, yeah?
why do you have to
That
hurt
was
me like
absolute.
that?
You crushed that man there.
Why?
Sorry. Let's talk about what's that? What the fuck is that big nose bitch's name? Gomez? Something Gomez.
Bitches.
What's his first name?
Gomez.
Horatio Gomez, yeah, the guy from Watford.
That guy was a I don't-
He retired.
Actually-
he retired to become a priest, and then he unretired and he came back.
it's just
I think if we're looking like bench reserve, I mean Emiliano Martinez
Well,
from
now a
Arsenal.
starter.
He was pretty damn good. So and he would
Dean
develop-
Henderson.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Dean
Fabianski
Hendo
was
and
good.
Hendo.
Sergio Romero.
rest in peace, Dean.
So when I see reserve, I feel like that's more the third string.
Yeah.
Hey, same. So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give that title to Lee Grant.
No. Who's the guy at Manchester City? Scott Carson. Absolute
I
legend.
just remember Hilario at Chelsea.
What team do you guys prefer? 2014-15 Barca or 2019-20 Bayern?
Bayern.
I
Barca.
personally prefer the Bayern team, but I think the Barca team was much better.
that
Barca team was brilliant,
fun.
but that Bayern team
MSN.
was just angry. I loved it.
I'm picking that.
Yeah.
I'm picking that Barca team, and not just because it was Barca. That front three was fucking so.
Oh, exactly. That's
It
why.
was,
Oh,
100%.
so
Neymar,
fun.
Suarez, Messi,
You knew
I
something
loved
was gonna
MSN. I
happen
loved
when
it.
those three lined up.
Magic.
Something had to happen.
As much as we love Alphonso Davies and Robert
Yeah.
Lewandowski and Bayern, I mean that
some
Barca
was-
team was.
The Bayern team just like is
Sick.
because it was just it was
It was a
It
good
clicked
team.
at the right. It
It
clicked
was a
at the right
freight
time.
train. It was a freight
but the
train.
Barca
Honestly,
but the
yeah.
Barca team was
That team was way more fun to watch. That team was madness.
Barca
They
team
were
was
really
better in
good,
my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Sorry, Lucas.
Of course they were.
The Barca team
Yeah,
was
the
just
Barca
better.
team was much better.
That team was nuts.
Sure.
Not taking away anything from Bayern. They did slap our ass 8-2. So
This comment is also related to Barcelona in a good light. What was the most dominating team of all time? Like which club and what year?
I mean,
would
you
say
could
probably
go about
2009
any team. You could talk
Barcelona.
about Real Madrid in the 50s, 60s. You could talk about Liverpool
Yeah.
in the 70s. You could talk about
I mean,
United
are you
in the
thinking-
90s,
are you thinking, well,
2000s.
Yeah, I was gonna say like domestically or European. I mean, United in terms of just their '90s to 2000s dominance. Like you said, Liverpool in the '70s. Barcelona and Real Madrid have both had their time, both domestically and European.
yeah.
Right now, maybe
Celtic for the past 9 years, and then we shit the bed.
something you can say for Juventus over the last 10 years as well in Serie A. But I think if you're gonna go with that,
Spain.
it's going for the 1 year though, for 1 year. So I'm gonna give that to
That's
09
not-
Barca.
That's not a dumb. What's the
it
question?
was for
What
one
was
year,
the
is
most
it?
dominating team of all time? Like which club and what year?
Yeah, Barcelona.
for 1 year.
Oh, and you got to go with one of the trebles. So either Barcelona that 1 year, Bayern in 2013, Inter 2010.
I think that Jupp Heynckes
Quadruple
Bayern team is.
the quadruple
That's there.
treble champions. But yes, that Jupp Heynckes Bayern Munich team was incredible.
They were nuts.
Bring back Jupp Heynckes. Bring him back. Where is he?
Third
Him and Hansi can have a good thing going.
1-2 punch.
Just two of them, just Flick's doing all the managing, and the other guy's just hanging out. Just go.
Yeah,
play,
I'm
go.
here. Just
Yeah, Joop's just giving pre-match just hyped. It's just getting the boys hyped.
Hamish Nicole asks, this could be a very tough question. Who would be the 3 midfielders you all have in your all-time 11?
I'm gonna go with 1, Zinedine Zidane. It's hard to take him out. I'll give 1 to Lothar Matthäus. And 3rd, I'll give it to Iniesta. It's hard to pick between him and Xavi.
I think Iniesta is a little better than Xavi. I know I'm picking Iniesta. There's so many fucking midfielders to pick through, though. Oh, shit.
Iniesta.
It also depends what you define as a midfielder.
Just choose a player that you guys like personally. Like, you don't have to try to think of the best of all time.
If we're talking about my favorites, I'm talking Iniesta, Yaya Toure. Oh, I love me some Yaya
that's a good show. Yeah.
I'm going. My three's gonna be
OG.
Iniesta, Frank Lampard, just because his goals. I want a more defensive guy. I don't know. Maybe Zidane. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zidane. There's no defenders in that midfield.
Then I'm just
Who
gonna
cares?
go back and take out Lothar Matthäus and replace him with Paul Scholes.
Scholesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Stevie G, of course. I'll put Iniesta in there, and I'm not sure if he was exactly a midfielder, but Kazimierz Zdejna.
Oh, I just want to give you a hug. That's a good show, man. Thank you so much. You're the real one, man.
I don't know. My dad always says that he was like Poland's best player.
Oh yeah, he's arguably
Would you
Poland's top 3.
Would you consider Diego Maradona at all like a cam?
We can say the same with Johan Cruyff.
That's where I'm wondering for Dino. Is Dino like
I
a
think they're
midfielder?
more attacking. But
I feel like they're more like attacking players involved in, like whether out
well, I
wide
think we're
or,
looking at central midfielders here.
or in the up front. I know.
Any team I ever will have Diego Maradona in it because he's the best player of all time.
Yeah.
I like
You
Lucas
say anything otherwise, I'll fight you.
Dana, top 3 Polish players of all time. Him, Boniek, and Lewandowski.
Well, I was just going, I want to hug you.
That was weird.
That man deserves more credit, Dana.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died in '89.
From Sixth String Chemist or Sixth String Goal Chemist, what style do you enjoy most in a keeper?
Acrobatic. It's easy. I want to see this guy
I'll go with
fly.
that.
I think there's a lot to be said about like the sweeper keeper, like the Manuel Neuer role. I'm not huge on the ball playing goalkeepers like your Edersons, your Pickfords. I don't really care about that too much. As long as you can stop a shot, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like a Manuel Neuer kind of sweeper keeper kind of thing.
So you just said you don't care about sweeper keepers, and you named the best sweeper keeper of all time.
But you want a sweeper keeper.
A sweeper keeper is not a ball playing.
Yeah, he is.
He's not.
He's
not.
He is. Neuer
Are you
is a sweeper
fucking
keeper.
mad?
I don't think he is. I don't consider Manuel Neuer a similar goalkeeper to Pickford and Ederson. I don't believe he is.
What part of Manuel Neuer's game isn't ball playing? Ever.
Because he doesn't sit there and pass with the center backs. He sits there and hits.
He does, though.
Dude, I've seen this guy play basically the fucking midfield for portions of games, man. What?
Yeah, that's not an Ederson role.
That's a sweeper keeper, which you said you don't rate.
That's
I'm
Liam is
confused
fraud
on
of
what
the
you're saying
week.
here.
Liam. I think Liam, you're.
What are you talking
I don't
about
consider.
right now?
I don't think Ederson is similar to Neuer. I don't rate them as a similar goalkeeper. I don't compare them. I don't. I think they're different play styles. The fact that Neuer comes out and he can like head the ball, he plays as another defender.
Ederson
100%.
does that as well, though.
I picture Ederson more in his own box.
I've seen
playing
this
around.
man crazily run outside his box several times.
Yeah.
I
Like
I
all the
picture
time.
Ederson and Pickford as more in their 18-yard box, passing around there.
Ederson's a crackhead. What do you mean? This guy flies out of his net all the time.
Leo, I think you're a little
Yeah.
wrong there.
Honestly,
You say what you
sometimes
want,
to
I don't
City's
know.
detriment, but you know.
Would you rather have prime Zlatan or prime Suarez from Halal Lettuce?
I'm still
Suarez.
taking Prime Suarez, man. That guy's.
I feel like we've answered this, but probably
Yeah.
it's 100%.
Sorry, I'm going with prime Zlatan.
No.
Zlatan at
It's his
PSG was
opinion.
deadly. Yeah, in my opinion, I
It's
prefer
an
prime
opinion.
Zlatan.
Like I can't.
No.
No.
I just can't.
They're
I just
both
can't
very good
argue
in their
with.
prime.
I just can't argue with Suarez's
Suarez
output.
is just another
Like
level.
the amount of fucking goals Suarez scored, sharing goals with Neymar and Messi.
By the way,
That guy,
speaking of that,
no, dude. Suarez
back
was
to
just
when-
different.
throwback to when
so
Suarez and Messi laid off that one penalty. Oh, that was beautiful. But
Nah,
I just prefer
Suarez in his
Zlatan.
prime was mad.
I always prefer
Suarez
Zlatan as
now,
a striker.
Suarez now is still different, but like
Is
nah,
Zlatan still in his prime?
is nuts.
All right. I think
my
that
career mode, he
should
is.
end everything there. I think we've
Yeah.
answered enough questions there. So thank you for those.
Yeah.
And Liam, you want to give us the?
I want Waz to outro us.
No, you do it.
You're the worst. Well, if you're still here watching this podcast, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your
Guy who's
support.
wearing
To
an
make
All
sure
Blacks
you are
kit to a
subscribed.
Fucking football podcast.
Yeah, you're wearing an Eminem shirt to a fucking football podcast. What's your point?
Like what? I've been attacked on this podcast more than I've ever been attacked before. I'm just hanging out
love
here,
you.
man. If you are still here, thank you very much. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit like on this video and comment down below. Ask us your questions for next week. Get involved with anything we talked about and just get to know us in general. Make sure you check out manscaped.com. Remember to use code 90th at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping. The best in male grooming products. TikTok and Instagram links are down in the description. But from the 5 of us here tonight, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. It's been yet another week in the beautiful game. We will see you next time.